Good afternoon. It's 3 p.m. That's right, on the 8th of November. Oh, in the afternoon, kids are finishing school. Everyone's excited because we're getting close to the day on a Friday afternoon. Yes, get in. It's the weekend. I can't wait. Oh, yes. And Football Manager 24, Kingminster Harriers, we have done it. We are promoted. We are going up like we said we're going to be in the Vanarama National League. Oh, yes, we are. Now, a side point away from simulation for a second. Kidderminster Harriers in real life are close to the top two. They are 4 points away in the Vanarama North. So cheer on the Harriers. Let's hope they can do well. I think they're something like in 5th or 6th place at the moment. So a couple of good performances, a couple of good, wins, etc., and they'll be right up there challenging the top. And hopefully, fingers crossed, to get into the Vanarama National next season. However, we are in it in our lovely 2024 simulation game. Oh, yes, we are. And I've made some changes, ladies and gents, boys and girls in the background. We have a director of football. We're moving up. The only way is up. Oh, yes, we are. And we've got Tony Adams. Yes. Ex Strictly Come Dancer Man. He was terrible on Strictly. I know people liked him because he was funny, it was different, and it was great having an ex-football legend on the screen. But let's be honest, I'm a massive Arsenal fan, so having Tony Adams in the actual team, in the director of football, as part of our staff is brilliant. We'll have him there. He's a proper character, isn't he, Tony? We also have a new fitness coach. Daniel Slots has took over. I've brought in a sports scientist in Julian Hay. He's going to take over. We've got OK stats, bringing the best of the bunch. That's right. And we have a new goalkeeping coach. People, yes, we do. I have kicked Palmer out of that. I want him to focus and concentrate on being our main number one goalkeeper because we have two good ones now. Nicky Weaver. You might recognise Nicky Weaver. That's right. He used to be a player, didn't he? Manchester City. There you go, back in there. Sheffield Wednesday, Aberdeen. There you go. Now Nicky Weaver is our goalkeeping coach. Good, half decent stats as well, so hopefully he can help out the two goalkeepers. That's right. Playing staff wise, I'll just get rid of that so you can have a look at who's here and who's not. Bear in mind they're all on Hull. We are end of season. We are sort of in that between end of season and pre-season, that sort of phase. That's where we're at right now. And we've got some half decent players in the team. Our sort of starting lineup ended up with Palmer, Penny, McNally, Wheater, Devine, Summerfitch, Freeman, Lambert, Nias, and Cameron Jerome in the team. That's right, Nias, Cameron Jerome. You'll probably Luke Freeman, recognise him as well. Judge, probably recognise him as well. Wheater, everyone knows Wheater. So yes, there you go. Some well-known footballers on the bench. We have Noble. That's right. Ashley Hemmings, who's doing quite well in real life for Kidderminster Harriers. Harry Pritchard is coming as one of our players. Nixon's on loan. And Joe Rose is here to battle with our goalkeeper Palmer for the first play number one spot. That's what he's here to do, really. He's got okay stats. He might do a job. Again, we'll have a look at his details. And apparently, he's the top goalkeeper in our team. We'll see. I mean, he's there. He can take over from Palmer if he wants to, but he's got to perform on the sort of outside of the team, periphery, maybe on the bench if we get a few more subs next season. We have got Mulaki on loan. His stats are acceptable. They're okay, not great, but he's there anyway as an option. We need backup. We need strength in depth. Zach Brown lingers in and around the team, so he's an option as well. Bojaj, who did fairly well when he came up. Again, he's got a sale value on him, so that's good. Worth 28,000 to 200k potentially. We got him for nothing. Jamie Jellis is a new player I've brought in. Apparently, he was a coup for the team. There you go. For the club. So there you go. 20,000 to 130,000 he's worth. He is going to come in as a potential defensive midfielder. I'm trying to train him up for that right now. We have Romeo Beckham. Yes, we do. We have a Beckham playing for us. I'm training him up to try and be a bit of an inside forward, attacking midfielder, winger kind of player. So he might be there eventually in the team. And then we've got a couple of youth team players. Everyone else I haven't mentioned. So your Brooks, your Folks, your Richards, your Chamberlain, who's transferable, and Downing, Amari Morgan Smith. These guys are even the club in some form. David Davis, very much a big player for us last season. I'm keeping him in and around the sort of the periphery of the team, the outside team, because we might need a defensive midfielder to come in at some point. Pritchard's took that space for a minute because Judge and Summerfield can alternate in defensive midfield, and Pritchard will give us a Segundo Volante option on the bench. What do you think? Any Kitty Harriers fans watching? If not, if you're a general fan on Twitch or on YouTube and you're watching it, what do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll do well next year in the National League itself? We've crawled out. I say crawl, that's the wrong word to use. We flew, didn't we? We flew out of the National League North. Absolutely superb. If you're not sure, check out my latest post on X or on Facebook, where I've posted the stats and the end of season information. We were unbeaten and we ended the season with 125 points. Yes, we did. 24, sorry, I'm lying. 124. I wanted an extra point. 124. So we finished the season like that. There you go. I'll show you all now so you can see. That's what it ended up as. There is our end of season data. Wow, that's all you can say. That's the table doesn't lie. Scarborough were promoted alongside us. They did quite well in the end, winning all of their games. So we will tackle Scarborough in the National League next season. Right then, off we go. Let's fly through this. Any Kitty fans, get in touch, follow, subscribe, like, send some comments, DMs if you want to. But yeah, get those stats up. It'd be great also on Twitch if you guys could follow me on there. Trying to get a lot more interest in the actual live streams and videos that I'm doing. So if you could, that would be great. Trying to get my way up on the ranks there so I can start adding bits to the main screen. Because with Twitch, you need to have done X amount of videos for a period of time, and you need to have X amount of viewers before you can actually start posting videos on your page. So yes, please do follow me. That'll be fantastic. I'm looking to try and get quite a few on there. Not millions, not thousands, but a few. That'll be fan-dabby dozy. So we're at that point now in the season where essentially, because it's that in between pre-season and end of season, we're starting to look at players. We're seeing what contracts are coming down and running down on players that we're interested in. I've brought in a couple of youth players. I will show you right now what we've got going on in the transfer side of things. So this is our history. As you can see, Jellis was the most recent player we brought in. We have Josh Allen. If you remember, he was on trial with us. I brought him in because he's got potential. He's 21. He's a forward player, so he might be a useful one for the future. We've got Nubble, as well. Then these players you all saw me bring in as well. If you didn't see them, they were on the first team sheet. I like the look of Archie Heron. I do. I don't know where did we get him from. Well, he wasn't from Luton. I think he was a free player, free transfer. Anyway, he was expired his contract. So, but if we can get his pace going, we can get him a bit quicker. I think he could be a lovely little pressing forward at his age. Superb youth on his side as well. So yeah, we've got him for a season, but I think I've got an extension, so I might just trigger that now. Might as well avoid any players and teams sniffing around him. So yep, we'll get him extended. But Heron looks like a really big potential player. So it's about protecting your assets really with this. Lee Brown apparently is going to be a terrific player for us. Let's have a look. He's 34. His contract doesn't expire till the FTK, but they're saying he's good. How does he see? He's not as good as Divine, though, is he? So, yeah, you see, it's one of those, isn't it? Really, Divine, we've got for another season. There is a team sniffing around him in Fleetwood. I did try and get his contract extended, but he's a bit funny at the moment. I think he wants to see the squad significantly. I'm not sure what he's seeing, to be honest with you. The team has been, I wouldn't say significantly, but it's been definitely improved. We've got a couple of trials finishing here as well. So yes, we did brilliantly. Give us your feedback and thoughts if you've been following of how you think we've been doing in the North League, the Vanarama North. I personally think we've been brilliant. I really do. I know we lost the FA Trophy to York on penalties. I know we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Um, I think it's Millwall, wasn't it? But we took them to a replay and we pushed them right the way to the end. So we were really, really good in that sense. So from my perspective, as the manager of this team, I am really, really happy. There was question marks about the wage budget. Well, that's not too bad. It's a couple of grand over, which I'll take. At the end of the day, as football manager, it's always a bit tricky. On top of that, I also know we're going to be removing, or some players are going to be leaving, aren't they? So on freeze, or we're trying to sell. So we might claw back a few grand from that and then give us a bit of spending power to bring in yet another player. Um, Again, I'm looking defense more than I'm looking attack. We've got some good attacking players. I've got some good strikers. I've got some good wingers. It's looking more defensive. And that left side, Divine, is a bit of a worry. If he gets injured, I don't think we've got a fair replacement for him. You can play around with Penny and McNally and, interchange them over there, but it's not their natural positions, really. So a bit square peg and round hole. Josh McEachran. I do like Josh McEachran. I did have an eye on him. I think he's a very good player if he's willing to join us. Let's just knock this down and see if he's willing to come into the team. Again, I'm not worried about. I know that we should be conscious of wage budgets, etc., etc. But at this point, when someone's trying to go for a player you're interested in, you jump on it. You really do. McEachran is wanted by Maidenhead. Okay. We'll scout him as well, because if we do get the agreement, we can have a little look and see if he's worthwhile pressing accept and agreeing to him being the player. Now, in terms of jobs that are going right this second, there is loads. End of season suck-ins and changes. That's what we've got here. We've got a lot of going on. In terms of the big boys, let's go straight into it. We have Notts County, Grimsby, Barrow in League 2, Shrewsbury and Cambridge in League 1, Luton in the Championship, and the Premier League, we have West Ham and Leicester going. In terms of insecure, you can see there, well, we've got a couple of internationals, Sweden, Norway, and Ireland are not happy with their management. And then League 2, Port Vale, Darren Moore. Darren Moore, he's been around, hasn't he? Different clubs. Millwall, well, I tell you what I could say about Millwall. We didn't do too badly against them, and let's assume we're the reason why Erdin Terzek is, position's a bit insecure. And Gennaro Gattuso is the manager of Wolves at the moment. There you go, and they're 20th. Not good, Gennaro. That's not good. Not good at all. Pre-season start date will be the 24th of June. Okie dokie. So the team will be back in a month or so when we start pre-season. Now, I set my responsibilities so that the backroom staff arrange the friendly. It's not because I'm lazy. It's because I always find that they pick the best teams to play against and they get that balance perfect. So I'm going to let them do that work for us. As you saw with the boardroom and the backroom staff, little bits have changed. Big bits have changed as well, but the core of the sort of backroom staff remains. McDonald is still our assistant manager for now. He did a goodish job last season for the first half. The second half, I was thinking, do I leave some of those decisions up to him or not? So, yeah. McEachran is interested and wants to join us, but I'm not pulling the trigger. I said before, I'm going to get a scouts report on him first. I need to make sure he is better than what we've already got, that his stats haven't dropped off the cliff to the point where they're not worth picking up him as a player. Also, I'm pondering where he fits in the team right this second as well. Big news as well. Kuya, he left us early. He was on loan, if you remember, from York. He got a major injury for months. I think it was like 7 months injury, anterior cruciate injury. I think it was something like that. And York immediately, or the game immediately, recalls him. So he went straight back to them, and we lost him for the last game or two. We coped. We drew the last game of the season, which is fine because we stayed unbeaten throughout the whole season, so that's fine. We took the draw. I think we were probably on the beach at that point, or so speak. We were good at that point. So McEachran, let's have a little look. Yeah, you see, if I was to bring McEachran in, he would be. Yeah, I mean they're putting him down as an A minus player. He wouldn't play in midfield. He'd play defensive midfield, and he's deemed to be better than what we've got. Now, the good news is, call it good, we can sell players. Um, someone like Zach Brown, who we've got in the team. I like Zach Brown. Are you guys fans of Zach Brown? Kiddie fans? Let me know. Otherwise, he could go up for sale. Jamie Jealous just joined us. So Zach could be potentially gone. I'm just looking around. We might even get rid of some of the, maybe David Davies as well. I know it's a different position, but we could easily change Summerfield into, well, I'm planning on changing Summerfield into a defensive midfielder. In fact, let's do that now. Let's move him from Segundo Volante, because if he wants to remain in the first team, he's going to have to go defensive midfield. Is he a defensive midfielder for you guys in general? Let me know if you're Kiddie fans or if you know anything about Kidderminster Harriers. If you don't know anything about them, look it up and let me know. There you go. Yeah, so we'll see about McEachran. He's an interesting one. He's only here for a year, so he might be worth a punt. I am conscious of his wage, though. That's the reason why I haven't pulled the trigger on that one and gone for it and brought him in. I might even delay it another week while I have a think. And this is what you can do with Football Manager. You can, if you guys don't know, you can keep it sort of ticking over, just making sure that it's the right thing to do. So, okay. Oh, Downing's going to retire. I thought he would leave the club, so I'm not going to ask him to reconsider. He's been a servant for us. This is what I was talking about. FM retires people quite quickly. I don't think he's that old, actually. Let's have a little look how old Downing is. I think he was was he early, sort of mid 30s? Was it? I think it's mid 30s, and he's already looking to retire. Speaks volumes and outs, showing you how we are as a team, how we plan to set up. Let's have a look. Downing is retiring at 33. See my point? That's exactly what I was saying. Realistically, he would retire probably in about 2 to 3 years. He'd get another contract, maybe with the team. His stats are half. Bar the fact that he hasn't got any really, Downing is half decent as a player. This is not Stuart Downing, by the way. It's Paul Downing, different player. I'm going to give McEachran a delay one more week. 725 a week. Is it worth? Used to be, I say big keeper, used to be in the Premier League. So I'm looking at real big stars, ex-stars. Okay, set to expire. We'll let them go. Dean Holdsworth, I might give him another contract just because he's done all right. 4.3. Wow, he wants a big wage. I'll let you know some other news in a second about something that's quite big. Technical director, he wants 5. I'm going to insist on 4.8. We're not desperate for him. There we go. Dean Holdsworth remains as our technical director for another season. So another big news. Club information. You're probably wondering why I've gone on this screen. We now own Agbra. That's right. We bought the actual stadium. Apparently, we didn't own the stadium before this. So the stadium now belongs to us. On top of that, I've asked for our training and youth facilities to be improved, which I hope either they're done and they've been downgraded to poor, or they're due to be done. I'm not sure. But I did ask for that, and it was granted for one of them. So yes, that's good news as well. I've got a question about that. I'm going to leave it very, very vague because I don't want really to keep Brooks at the club. I don't think he offers us massively. Again, much. I haven't given him a massive chance, but at the same time, he hasn't done much. Another player who's looking to retire, 36. Okay, fair enough. He's looking to go, so that's okay. I'm fine with that. Amari Morgan Smith, I was going to look at releasing anyway. No problems with that at all. Perfectly fine. So yes, I've got one screen at the moment. So if anyone is watching on Twitch and you're trying to chat or message me, I'll have a look at the end. Otherwise, drop us some comments, drop us a like, drop us some bits on YouTube or on Twitch or X or Facebook. So Facebook, you guys might be aware, I'm on there. Twitch, it's AJ1985P. That's on X. On Twitch, it's A_J_P_8_5. I know, nice long one there for you. And on YouTube, it's AJ Hardy 85. AJ HARDY 85. Check it out. That's where all the videos go afterwards. Just let me know. Like, subscribe, send me some messages as well. Let's be special friends. But yeah, let's be FM friends too, right? I'll give you some tips because even though I'm playing Kidderminster and doing sort of bottom to top, lower echelons of the league at the Vanarama North, I have played Football Manager for years, 15, 20 years. My background game that I've been playing, I started off as Ajax, who have been really sort of a bit dodgy, a bit sort of edgy in the Eredivisie. I took over them, got them to the Champions League final, won that, and then I won the Eredivisie with them and the Dutch Cup, and then I moved on, and I'm currently I think I'm Barcelona manager right this second. No, tell a lie, I'm Real Madrid manager on the other game. I've been Atletico Madrid manager, but there was obviously a period between that because Atletico and Real, the rivalry. I've been to who else have I managed? Sporting Lisbon. I had a go at Sporting Lisbon. I went over to France and I was Marseille manager, and I won Ligue 1, or the Uber League as it's called right now. So yeah, I've won the Spanish League with Atletico Madrid as well, and the Spanish Cup. And I've won bits in the Premier League as well because I came back into the Premier League, and I was Manchester United manager. Yes, long before Ruben Amorim was even discussed as a potential manager as them. Took over from Ten Hag, who, let's be honest, should have been sacked a long time ago at Man United, but they let him carry on. What I might also do as a side thing, guys, if you're watching, I might do a sort of chat thing about football in general. I know I've put about the fact that I play football games and sort of strategy games, but I'd like to sort of have my say on football in general in the world of football. So keep an eye on that. I might do some bits. J. Emmanuel Thomas, Arsenal, from what I remember. Yes, he is. There he is. He might be worth doing a scout, see if he's any good for us. Lee Peltier. Now, I think I might give Lee a go, actually. I do know Lee. He's a bit of a journeyman player, isn't he? Would you agree with that? I think he is, but he's a utility player, and that's what I like the most. I'll tell you what I would do. Let's. I think McEachran is going to be a no. I'm sorry, McEachran. I'm going to cut the offer completely off. I just think we'll get more from other players here. He wants quite a bit. Let's negotiate with him. He's 38 though, but I'm thinking I think he could play left side as well as right back. I've certainly seen that before. So let's see if he's willing to join us. Let's budget up to 5 and give him 1.5 and see if he'll join. He's very set on that, isn't he? So let's go back down again and see if he's willing to join us with an optional extension. Yes, he is. Good. I like to put the option extension in because players worth more when they've got an extra year. So definitely look at that. So Peltier is potentially going to join us. J. Emmanuel Thomas is on our list, being scouted. We've done a 22-minute video so far, roughly, a 20-minute video. Peltier, who's he being watched by? Who wants Peltier? Let's have a look. Crawley, Acatus, there's some fairly teams. We're in there. We're in the mix. That's all that matters. What's going on here then? Something to do with the fitness. Okay, so it's the youth. Yeah, it's under 18s. Okay, so it doesn't influence us. I thought someone was trying to get our team, our staff there for a second. I was thinking, get away. So I've said this in the message note against my info. I am unscripted. I am unedited. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not fussed. This is how we're doing this, people. I have a headset that I speak to you from. I've got a mouse to the side of me that I'm controlling the screen. I have a laptop that I'm flowing from with this. We are in echelons of my conservatory. We are here. We are live from the conservatory. That's what I should put start with. AJ live from the conservatory. There you go. But I do move around the house whenever the missus kicks me out of a certain room because she is working from home. So obviously I find my little space. It is fairly cold in here as well. Just a heads up. Man, flu time. Good news. Dean Holdsworth, as expected, has signed on for another season. Is he a good technical director? I think that's what he is. Yeah, technical director, Kiddie. Is he doing a decent job over there? I mean, Kiddie fans, if you're not a Kiddie fan, then let me know. Dean Holdsworth, if you got any memories of Holdsworth, I do remember him as a player. Cameron Jerome was amongst the goals. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm going to say I haven't seen it yet. That tends to be my go-to answer. We've got a few more weeks before the team come back for pre-season. No sign of who we're playing yet. Let's have a look and see if they've picked any teams yet for us to tackle. Nope. The change of the screens hasn't gone to the next season. As you can see here, while I'm on this screen, we beat Needham Market 4-1 and we drew to Russell at the end of the season. So just to visually show you that we finished the season unbeaten. We've got a few draws, I think 5 draws, something like that at the end of the season. Did all right. We did good. We did good. Happy with that. Very happy. Okay, we're flowing through now. Let's see what's going to happen. I do like to a completely different team. The last time I did something similar to this, I actually created my own team, stuck them in this. It was the South of Panorama South I started at, got them to the championship, but that's as far as I could take them really. Even with the reason why it was Buzz came knocking at that point, then were looking to sign me up, and I wanted to progress the game a little bit, really progress beyond that. I got them to the championship. We were sort of, I think there was seventh or eighth or something like that in the league when I left them. Again, Cameron scored a lot of goals, isn't he? For a Granada, I think he's Granada, isn't he? I'm pretty certain he is. Grenadian, I think that's what it said. So yes, same here. The patience and it takes us long. It's pretty quick so far to get us into the National League. If we keep going at this rate, go Premier League all the way and try and resist as many offers as we get, because I will get offers. There's no denying it. The style of football that Kitty are playing, the way in which we run unbeaten in that league, impressive sort of movements and tactics. Okay, we've drawn a few games and we've looked very shaky in a few games, but as you can see from the score and the fact we've gone unbeaten, the end result speaks volumes, doesn't it, really? J. Emmanuel Thomas looks good, doesn't he? Okie dokie. Can we get in there? That's the question. And what's he want wage-wise? The answer is he wants too much. Okay, what I might do is be clever with this. If I can afford 10 grand, let's try and lure him in with better bits on the side. Stretching the budget again. I know that players are leaving. So our wage will change. We might get a bit more wiggle room. It's just I'm also conscious of the fact that another team might come in and try and bid for him, and you'll think, oh, I wish I'd at least put an offer to him. So we've got combined, we've got goals. Let's see if we give him an assist one on top of all that. It does tempt them within reason. It's a year. I'm going to do an optional contract. I'm also going to give him a sell-on fee clause because I think that excites them a little bit. We don't need massive cash from them. We don't need to do much there. Let's give him 1,000. In fact, let's push it to the boundaries and see if he's willing to join us if I do that. Okay. Top goal scorer. He will play enough for us to actually give him these incentives. I think he's going to say no anyway. Yeah, I thought so. Right, let's walk away and we'll bring him in on trial. Almost say to other teams, we are interested in him. Hands off. Right, Peltier is happy to join us. We'll go with it because I think he's got the ability to give us something. And it's for a season initially, and we have the option to extend, so he could be a nice little utility. He could even be a starter potentially as well. There you go. His stats speak volumes, don't they? Look at that. He's a solid player. Really solid player. I'm going to be an inverted wing back on the left side as well. We already know he's good on the right. Let's get him some quickness. I don't know if he's going to make a massive difference, but hey, we might as well. So Peltier has joined. That's a big signing. That is a big signing. I think that's just behind Umar Nias. That is a really big signing for us, Lee Peltier. He will naturally take Tom Nixon's position. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've signed some players on loan. You're probably not going to play them. What was the point of getting them on loan? The answer is very simple. Firstly, he cost me nothing hardly, 600 quid a month. And he's only for another few weeks anyway. I didn't think he's great. Nixon probably go back. That's fine. Mularkey's the same. But the way I do it is a lot of these loan contracts have a recall on them. And I found if I don't play these players, the parent club take them back anyway. They recall them after I ignore most of their messages. So especially if I don't think they're good enough to play or I've got better players in that position, I won't play them. So I brought them in because we needed it. But since then, we've now got Peltier. Candola's come back from international duty because I was worried about him. And we're going to get a fair few players disappear from the squad. So I think we're okay. We should be good for the next season. We've got a good solid squad. Youth players as well. I've signed a couple of youth players. So looking good. Peltier, let's do a press conference, shall we, guys? You haven't seen one of these for a while. How important is he? I believe he can be a massive contribution. Of course I do. How important do you expect Peltier to become a foundation? I don't wish to comment because he may not start. His starting position, I think it's going to be more left because we've got McNally and we've got Penny on the right. That's why I'm training him to go left side. Are you concerned that Peltier is? No, I'm not. I think he will bring a fresh perspective. We need some youth and mature senior players. We know what he does well, and it's my job to make. Yes, of course it is. Do you think this is the type of signing that will help you? Yes, I do. I do. I think it's a long-term goals having him at least for a season or two. Yes, he does. I will help him do that. Will Lee Pelty? Yes, he does. We'll give him the warmest course we will. This is his home now and places. Yes, he is because I'm waiting for a season or two. Depends if he decides to retire next season. Yes, he does bring us closer to our aims and objectives. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought him in. So let's see how we go. I think Emmanuel Thomas rejected our request. Did he? Now let's have a look. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, J. Emmanuel Thomas was given a. Oh, okay, he said no. Rejected the trials. So we'll have to come back for him a bit later. Who's what, when, how? Okay, someone wants this guy. He'll take. Oh, that's good. He'll take 3.2, 3,200 off the wage. So these guys can have him. He's available for free. He's all yours. Go wild, people. Yeah, 3.2, so that's 3,200 taken off the wage bill if he leaves a month. So that's really good. So we've done a 32-minute video. As you can see, we're flowing through. You can see my sort of thought process at the moment. Keep following. I'll do another video this evening at 5:30, and then we'll be back either on Monday evening or Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So keep an eye on that. Got a weekend away, so keep an eye on the socials. I'll post the next time we go live for episode number 16. It'll be that one, wouldn't it? But 15 will be this evening. So look out for episode 15. It'll be the last before next week. So yes, look forward to chatting to you probably around about 5:30 this evening. Once again, AJ, check out the socials, like, subscribe, follow, do all the fun bits. Let's get that Twitch up as well. That'd be fun. That'd be dozy. I want to get a couple of viewers and a couple of followers on Twitch if you can. Let's get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get as many as we can. And remember, be the first to do it as well, because that's kind of cool when you're the first to go, yep. So that's A_J_P_8_5 for Twitter. So AJP85 with some underscores on there. AJ Hardy 85 on YouTube, and X is AJ1985P. All right, it's all on there. Check it out. Follow, subscribe, like, and message me, and we'll see how we go. Okay, guys? But we're going to leave you with this. We are in the National League. We are getting a good, solid squad, and we, I think, will take that league by storm. I really do. Whether we do well in it, that's a different question. Let me know your thoughts. But otherwise, I'll see you this evening at 5:30. Alrighty? Watch this space. I'll see you then. I've been AJ.